That's it right there.
Ooh.
So you can see the railroad bed?
Yep.
All right, so let's try this. See if our low clearance vehicle will allow us to do what we need to do. Somebody else.
Courtland Cemetery.
Yeah, so let's go take a look. There's supposed to be 20-something graves here.
How excited.
Just watch out for, you know, disasters. Here we are. We found the Courtland Cemetery. So the actual, so up there, right here, is Brown's Peak. So if you, from the other videos, you'll know that the Big Rock store and the mining offices and all of that are right on the road that's just the other side of this ridge line over there. And this cemetery is back, the rail line runs right past the cemetery. You can see the raised bed of the rail line right there, and then it looks like it actually splits and that there were two here. Now I sort of figured there was a cemetery here for Courtland, but I didn't realize, and we've been coming, how many times we've been here? Dozens. Yeah. And never thought to come out here, and then let alone one that's maintained like this. And there's supposed to be 26 graves in here, 26 or 28. And so there's the sign, because you have to tell idiots, you know, don't destroy stuff, right? So this is on BLM land, I think, and I know it's on government land.
Yeah, it does say that.
Yep, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look.
Look at this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Horseshoe. It's neat. I like that.
And it's the Courtland Cemetery. So pretty interesting. Like I said, we never thought in all our travels here to come look at the cemetery. So we're gonna go take a look, and it's obviously not maintained, but I think the Forest Service weed eats and stuff. Look at all this.
Oh, wow.
So from 1909 to 1930, if I can do this, I'm gonna do it upside down and I'll flip it, but maybe looks like if these are everybody that's buried here, there's a lot more than 26. And if you look over in the distance, I'll have to verify, but might be hard to see, but right here, there's another raised bed of either a road or another railroad. On the map for the abandoned railroad, it shows that one of these goes down around, and it might be that one goes down, hooks back in and goes out that way. And then this one goes up, this one here goes up and goes into the town. It goes across Ghost Town Trail and then up into the mining works, and then it splits somewhere and goes over across to the other side of the jail. So we're gonna walk around and look at some of these graves, and I mean that has to be original right there. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like they got a bottle in here. Look at that glass.
Huh.
It's in the cement.
Just watch out, there's all these little fire ants running around. Don't want to get them all irritated. Well, you know what? I'm going to start at the back. I think I'm going to start at the back, and we'll work our way around. Follow I don't know if the ants are walking over the people, but just be careful. And so here's the view of the cemetery from the back. And there's quite a few graves here. And some of these look like they've been, you know, sort of disturbed just either by water or whatever. If this was a grave here, you can see it's all sort of washed out. And this mound here, and then this, I don't know if that's concrete repair work that somebody did on it. I'm hoping it wasn't because people were robbing graves, but you can see all the graves over there. Should you really be standing there?
I don't know, it's really hard to read.
Well, let me take a video. Well, you can look up there, and sometimes you can see them.
1908, two of them at 1918.
Sometimes you can see them, but this is a nice concrete one. But see, looks like the work there. Yeah, I hope that's just patchwork from the elements, because there have been instances like at the Confederate graves up there, somebody did dig up a body, and I don't know what they were trying to do with it. It was some sort of a financial incentive or something, or they were trying to loot the pockets or something really stupid. So they do get in here and they do dig these bodies up. And then this looks like it was you can see the termites got a hold of all this, but this was somebody's plot here buried, and then there's just a whole bunch right here. And yeah, you can see there's cuttings from trees, so the Forest Service must have been in here maintaining, which is very cool, because a lot of times they just let them go back to nature. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. We need a drone would be cool. But the problem is like on BLM land and stuff, they have different rules. So you have to have like a commercial drone license and all that, because technically, you know, if they'll catch you. I know that they were looking at YouTube channels and they were catching people filming in certain places, and then they were having the FAA go after them because they didn't have the commercial drone license and the proper permits. So believe it or not, even though you're in the middle of nowhere, the government still has its rules that you're going to be expected to follow. But there's a lot of plots here, way more than 26. Way more than 26. I mean, right here, yeah. So I don't know what I heard. There's a cemetery website, and people can add names and cemeteries in there. And so I think I read on some forums or something that somebody said there was 26, but there's far more than 26. There's several dozen here. And this year is a good year for ants. They're all over the place. But yeah, very, very cool. And none of these are marked, maybe just a couple, and there's one up there I want to look at. It looks like a marble stone, and somebody put a flag on it, so there's a soldier up there. And it's pretty interesting that the rocks around here at Courtland and all of that are different than the rocks everywhere else. They're this darker, I don't know, it looks almost like what's a granite, I guess, but like almost like it's uranium.
Wow, I mean, this must be more than one person.
You would think.
Maybe a husband-wife or something?
Could be. There's no, they probably had all those wooden crosses on them and all that stuff's gone. Oh yeah? Oh yeah.
There's a nice little lizard sitting on top.
Huh.
Just sunning itself. It's hanging out. Trying to match the wood.
Yeah, he's like, those big things aren't bothering me, so I won't move.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. That was all it took. He's out.
There's the cross laying on the ground here.
Yeah, there's a couple of them back
Yeah.
there.
Well, you're supposed to leave them. Not supposed to try to reset anything. You just sort of let it all go back. Yeah, these are all pretty more well defined.
Yeah.
And this is a 1918 Simon Franklin. Civil War. Wow. So yeah, we were under the impression when we went to the Confederate graves out there that those were the only sort of Civil War graves that were here, but we found several in Pierce, and then obviously this one. So maybe I'm gonna have to refine that search. Maybe it wasn't just Civil War, maybe it was Confederates, but you know, that one Pierce Cemetery has Abraham Lincoln's bodyguard buried in it, or something like that. That's in Pierce. Yeah, Pierce had a really large cemetery. That's in a future video. Very cool. Been out to this place I don't know how many times, and never, this is the first trip ever to the cemetery. Oh, this is creepy. Look at what somebody did.
Oh.
Plastic. That's creepy. You go take a look.
Oh yeah, jeepers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a look here. So it looks like you had 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So you had 20, 40. Looks like there's, you know, probably upwards of 75 to 100 people here.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Well, that's it. I'm glad we found it.
Me too.
Very cool. It's a relatively new gate. I imagine the Forest Service or whatever is doing that.
Well, this is not everybody that's buried here, because that gravestone said Garcia and there's no Garcia.
Huh. Well,
1918. So I'm looking into a different year. Interesting.
yeah. It's a good sized cemetery. Just love this area. Love it. That's a fake. Yeah, it's fake. It's plastic.
Weirdos.
It's kind of cool in a creepy sort of way. The cemetery is just that way, just west of us, and this is the railroad bed, and it goes sort of down here, and then it winds around, and I want to say part of it goes on that side of that mountain, and then the other part goes straight, and it's all, there's several railroads and tracks in this area, because like I said, there's one that goes behind all of that and goes into Courtland that way, and then this one goes across over to where the stores and stuff were. This, with the rope, you can see that the rope went around that and it was sealed together. This looks to me almost like a guy what line. So it was guying up a pole, maybe
Gotta be another one around here.
telegraph or whatever. Now I don't know that they guide up all the telegraph poles, but I mean it's possible. I don't know what path they're on, so
Maybe on the other side?
don't know.